everyone, welcome to ECJ Square T channel. Today in this video we are going to see about network security and cryptography, a topic from network security and cryptography. That is the uh, the need for security. So most previous computer applications had no or at best very little security. So this continued for a number of years until the importance of data was truly realized. So until then, the computer data was considered to be useful, like when we started to keep our personal information and details which are very sensitive on the network, the need for the security arised. So two typical example of such security mechanisms where see provide a user identification and password to every user and use that information to authenticate a user as one way, and another way is to encode information stored in the databases in some fashion so that it is not visible to users who do not have the right permissions. For example, we started to give the from when we want to open a page in the server database, then what I need to give my credit card number in order to start a transaction, or I need to give my customer ID or ID item ID. So after all these are validated, then only I can log into the page. So these are some need for the security. Now we will see the principles of security. So principles of security, so these are as our data can be under attack, we need to have a principles, protocols, or a set of rules to provide security to the customer or to the system or to the organization. So there are four chief principles and one which are a particular messages. So one by one we will discuss all the security principles. So what are the principles of security? Confidentiality, authentication, integrity, non-repudiation, access control. So data confidentiality, authentication, integrity, non-repudiation, and access control. So data confidentiality. So the principle of confidentiality specifies that only the sender and the intended recipient should be able to access the contents of a message. So confidentiality gets comprised if an unauthorized person is able to access a message. So an example of comprising the confidentiality of a message is shown in this figure. So for example, A sends a message to the user B. Actually, from here onwards, we will use A for machine 1, B for the destination. But what happened here, C, who is attacker, he accessed the message. So where is the data confidentiality present? So that's why this principle is very important in the principles of security. So interception causes loss of message confidentiality. The next one is authentication. So authentication mechanism helps establish proofs of identities. So the authentication process ensures that the origin of an electronic message or document is correctly identified. So for example, we need to see A. Actually, A is the sender and B is the receiver. But watch here, as this authentication is not there, the C himself sends the message that I'm the user A or I am the sender to the B. So B, what as it is a receiver, what it does, it doesn't know because there is no authentication. He doesn't know who is A. So it accepts all the informations from C and C can easily attack the system B. So because of this only authentication need to be there. If authentication is there, B will ask for the authentication whether you are the A or not, and he will be got trapped. So fabrication is possible in absence of proper authentication mechanism. Next is integrity. So when the contents of a message are changed after the sender sends it before it reaches the intended recipient, we say there is no data integrity. Okay. So for example, in this example, if you see, suppose you write a check for $100 or rupees to pay for goods brought from US. So however, when you see your next account statement, you are starting to see that the check resulted in a payment of $1,000. So $1,000 or 1,000 rupees. So this is the case for loss of message integrity. So how actually conceptually works means, see, A will be sending the check to the B, but as here one intruder is there, one attacker is present, what he will do, he will hack the system and take all the data which need to be sent to B. So he will take the data from A and he will manipulate it. Instead of 100, he will put one extra zero and he will send the message to the receiver B or bank B. So bank, what he does, as he is attacked the A, he also attacks the B, and he will receive the 1,000 rupees or $1,000 and then transfers 100 rupees to him, 100 rupees or dollars to A. Sometimes it also may not happen. He will scam all the money and he will be out of contact. So this is what the data integrity is. So modification causes loss of message integrity or data integrity. The next principle is non-repudiation. So there are situations where a user sends a message and later on refuses that she had sent that message. So for instance, take this example. So user A could send a funds transfer request to B over the internet. After the bank performs the funds transfer as per A's instruction, A could claim that he or she never sent the fund transfer instruction to the bank. So thus A repudiates or denies his or her fund transfer instruction. So the principle of non-repudiation defeats such possibilities of denying something after having done it. Okay, so non-repudiation does not allow the sender of a message to refute the claim of not sending the message. So the last principle is access control. So access control is nothing but the principle of access control determines who should be able to access what. So for instance, we should be able to specify that user A can view their records in a database but cannot update them. So however, user B might be allowed to make update as well. So an access control mechanism can be set up to ensure this. Access control is broadly related to areas. One is role management and rule management. So according using all this, the access control specifies and controls who can access what. So this concludes the data principles of security. So what all we have: data confidentiality, we have next authentication, we have data integrity, non-repudiation, access control. So this comprises the principles of security. So in the next video, I will see you in the next video. Okay, thank you.